thank our executive board, our full board, our part-time employees, and our volunteers for all of your hard work and dedication this year. I also want to thank Dale and Susanna and Aaron for their dedication, their flexibility, and most especially their creativity this year. You three were key to 2020 not being a lost year this year. Now, we have just a little bit of business to conduct this evening. Officially, this is an official meeting, and so we've got to approve a few things. First of all, we need to approve the board minutes for September. Norma sent those out via email, and I hope everybody has had a chance to review those. I need a motion to approve those, if we could, from a board member, a current board member. Okay, Mr. Larry has a motion to approve, and a second from Mike Shaw. Any discussion on those minutes? All those in favor of approving the board minutes as submitted, please raise your hand. Say aye.
Aye.
Any of those not in favor of approving? Any nays? Motion carries. Secondly, we need to approve the financial report that were submitted by Tom McDaniel via email. Need a motion? Okay. Susan Freitenberg has made a motion to approve those financial reports. I need a second.
Second.
Christian Schroeder. Okay, second. Any discussion on the financial reports? All those in favor of approving the financial reports as submitted, please say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you very much. Next on our agenda is the recognition of the retiring board members and officers. That's presented by Kevin Bugg and Dale Pennington.
Good evening, everyone. Again, to echo Joey's comments, we're just so glad to have you all here this evening. Now for this portion, Kevin and I have the sad responsibility of bidding adieu to our board members who are rotating off. So first, I would like to ask Miss Renee Rogers to come on down. Give me that large screen. Yep. We have this for you, my darling. So for those of you who don't know Renee, she has served on the Corners Foley board from 2013 to 2020. She has quickly showered this board with her wealth of nonprofit knowledge and leadership abilities. She particularly was instrumental in spearheading our board engagement and development activities to ensure that we continue to have an active and robust board. She's also been a wonderful smiling face at our board meetings and committee meetings, and she's been a wonderful volunteer for the Christmas season and Oktoberfest. I know one of my favorite memories of Renee that I think particularly speaks to her spirit was a few years ago at Oktoberfest when it absolutely poured. It rained so hard and she was just drenched head to toe, running all over the lawn. And she had a smile on her face the entire time, which is what I think just really speaks volumes about Renee and her ability to just be a wonderful and welcoming presence throughout this board. So she is going to stay involved with our marketing committee. So thankfully Renee won't be going too far. We'll still have her involved. And if everyone will just give Renee a round of applause. I'm going to thank her for her service. All right. Go to Sue. I'll get this book.
Miss Sue, if you would come up. So Sue Williams is going to be leaving us, sadly, but Sue has been instrumental in this board, especially with Oktoberfest. She's actually our local wine pusher. Pours a really good glass of wine.
if you ever had her pour a wine for you, it's always to the top. So we really thank Sue for everything she's done. Been very active the whole time she's been there. Even when she couldn't attend, we'd always pipe her in on the phone, even before Zoom meetings, Joey. So Sue was ahead of her time, I guess. So we appreciate all that you've done for us. We'll miss you, but I'm sure Sue won't be very far away. She'll always be somebody we can lean on, and I'm sure she'll stay on the October Festival, right? Yes.
Love it.
Thank you, Sue.
Keep up the good work.
Also, Andy Stroud will be leaving us as well. Andy could not attend tonight. He had a conflict. Andy again's been on the board for 6 years as well, just like Sue. Andy, being a local Subway franchise owner, brought a lot of good perspective from a business standpoint to the Foley board. We appreciate everything he did. Always joking, always smiling. Everybody knows Andy. And he kept us in Subway sandwiches and our volunteers and cookies, and it was always good to count for a good meal out of Andy. So I'm glad he's not here tonight, but we will get him his going away gift.
All right, Mike Shaw, come on down. Sorry, Joey. All right, so Mike Shaw has served on the Kerner's Foley Foundation Board from 2014 to 2020. Can you believe it? It's been that long?
It's gone so much.
It's
Like a rocket.
flown by. So Mike was the president. We worked very closely together from 2017 to 2018, which means he had the distinct honor of being the president while I was pregnant with my son.
I had nothing to do with it though.
And he helped the Kerner's Foley Foundation for the first time ever navigate maternity leave. So Mike certainly had a very unique time as president. Those of you who know Mike know that he has a wonderful sense of humor and just a real tremendous leadership ability. He was really instrumental in helping to get our capital campaign founded and off the ground. He was a huge asset to the vision of that campaign. And then of course, Mike and his wife Pat have been wonderful active attendees at nearly every single event the Foley puts on. So we are just so thankful to both Mike and Pat for all of their active participation. And Mike is going to stay on and help out with some of our committees moving forward. So not going far either.
Yep.
Happy to report.
Yep.
Thank you,
Great.
Mike. We give a round of applause. All right, Joey, come on down. All right, so Joey Herman, first of all, don't get concerned. He is not actually really going anywhere because he has been on the board since 2015, but he's just ending his term as president. So we'd like to honor the term that he has spent. And I personally could not be more thankful to have had Joey as the president during the incredibly unprecedented and challenging year that 2020 has been. Joey has been so patient, such a good listener. He's got a really calm and quiet leadership style that's really particularly suited for all of the challenges that 2020 has brought. Joey has also really shown a keen interest in the human resources challenges of this small organizations, and he's done a really good job helping to support the staff and helping us to grow a more robust staff and also active board. So for that, we are particularly thankful, and we're glad that we still have him for one more year on the board. So a huge thank you to you, Joey. Big round of applause. All right. So now I'd like to ask Miss Renee to come on back up here. Renee is going to now introduce our incoming board members.
I'm going to have to take this off just for a minute. Anybody wondering why I have a tobacco stick with me? Okay, so who normally does this? Introduce. Dwayne Long. This is a Dwayne Long tobacco stick that he gave me my first year that I was on the board. So when he introduced me, we talked about this stick because I grew up here in Kernersville on the tobacco farm. So this is my walking stick. I take it with me. Trust me, it's been used. Not on people, but it's been used, okay? So I brought it with me so Dwayne could be with us. I may not be as entertaining as Dwayne, but I'm gonna do my best to introduce you to our new board members. And the nice thing is, they're all my friends. All three of them are my friends, and I can call them friends because we spent many years together in different ways, in different places, and we've grown to know each other, and I call them friends. Okay? Hopefully they call me friend. I don't know what they say when I'm not around, but let's hope they do. Okay? So I'm going to start in alpha order. Miss Betty. So I want to introduce you to Miss Betty Herman Atkins, my friend, and we became fast friends after we met here on the Foley board. When we got to talk and we realized we were basically the same age, okay? We knew a lot of the same people, and we grew up here in Kernersville, and we got to be really, really good friends. We were lunch buddies until COVID came along. So Betty is not new to anyone. She has been on the board, I think it's about 18 years now. At different times. We're starting her 4th term. So that means she's did 3 6-year terms. So she's given us 100% plus some. She is a descendant of the Kerner family. Her great-grandfather was the half-brother of Joel Kerner. So she is very dedicated to the Foley. Your parents were original members, right, of the Foley Foundation when it was restored, when they tried to restore it and to save it, okay? So she has followed in their footsteps. We say, Betty, take a year off, come back. And she says, okay, take a year off and come back. And so she says, okay, so she keeps coming. Her interests are around her church. She's active in her choir. She attends the Moravian church right down the street. I haven't heard her sing, so I might have to get to one of those. But Betty sings and she plays an instrument. Did I leave anything out? Oh, wait a minute. There's that man up there. Her husband is with her, Daniel, and I've been to her home and we've spent time together. We did Zoom meetings since we can't do the following, so we've actually had personal Zoom meetings. So my friend, Betty Kerner Atkins, welcome back and thank you so much. Okay. Mr. Ray Smith, come on down. So y'all know I'm winging this, right? I've got notes, but I'm not really reading them. And again, I get to introduce a friend to you and a friend to me. And believe it or not, I met Ray before I got on the Foley board. We met at Forsyth Tech. He was an advisory committee member of the business administration where I worked, and we got to know each other there. Okay? So we go back a way. It's amazing how we do. But I found out something else. We actually both graduated from East Forsyth High School. We actually both graduated from High Point University. So we've got some other things in common. Now, Ray's, I think his passion is his lovely wife Vi back there. Let's not forget Rocky, the wonderful dog, and his 2 children and their spouses and his 3 grandchildren. That his family is I guess, paramount in his life. That's what I can tell you about Ray. Ray is one of those people, as Vi said, he's not really a comedy person. You got a joke? Okay, so that was the joke, okay? But Ray will laugh, he'll smile, he'll work hard. He is you've been the president twice, right? Okay, he's been the president of the Foley Foundation Board twice. How many years? About what, 12 plus years?
I can't talk Eddie or
Okay.
Norma, but I think I'm getting up there somewhere.
So what we will say is, those of you who rotated off, you're not really going anywhere. Okay? We will bring you back, and I think there's a line from The Godfather. You know, every time I try to get out, they pull me back in. So that's what we're doing. We're pulling you back in. So look forward to that. Ray, thank you and welcome. So finally, this man may never talk to me again because he was my friend and then I recruited him. Well, we're going to put him to work, okay? So I'd like to introduce to y'all Joe Williams, Mr. Joe Williams. Joe and I have known each other, seems like a lifetime, even though it hasn't been a lifetime. I watched his kids grow up in our church. We're church members and friends and family, and he is and his lovely wife Tonda. We break bread together at church and at home, and I call his daughters mine. He has two lovely daughters. One just graduated from UNC Charlotte last year,
Right.
and the other one is a freshman at UNC Charlotte this year. So we're really proud of them. Joe is a graduate of Winston State University, and he's originally from Goldsboro. Yeah, he's originally from Goldsboro. And he may not tell you this, but he's a preacher's son. Let me say, he's a PK kid, whatever that really means. So Joe is the deacon at Providence Baptist Church here in Kernersville. He's the head of the administrative board there. He sings on the gospel choir, and if you ever want to hear a voice, see, we got Betty and we got Joe. We've got our own entertainment in-house, okay? So we have a concert out on the lawn, but Joe sings with the choir and very active with our church and our families. Let's see, what else can I tell you about Joe? He's a member of Phi Alpha fraternity, which is a service and scholarship organization, and he has a degree in medical technology, and he's actually a technology specialist, Dale. Okay. So just in case, and he built the church website, so just in case you need some help. So I introduce you to Joe Williams. Welcome, Joe. Thank y'all for allowing me to be in Dwayne's shoes, okay, this time.
Thank you, Renee.
Thank you, Renee. All right, we need to make this official, and we need to officially elect the new board for the upcoming year into place, and the new officers. If you would refer to your program, the bottom half, and you will see the proposed officers and board members for the 2020-2021 year. President Kevin Bugg, Vice President Mark Peck, Second Vice President Norma Pearman, Treasurer Tom McDaniel, Secretary Betty Kerner-Atkins, Immediate Past President Joey Herman, Board Members Luann Davis, Susan Friedenberg, Suzanne Hill, Rochelle Joseph, Larry Redfern, Christian Schroeder, Ray Smith, Jim Waddell, Joe Williams. All people here tonight are members of the Foley. This is not a board vote, this is a members of the Foley vote. So I would ask all people here tonight to vote on this. I need a motion from the floor to approve this slate of officers and board members to be approved. Renee has made a motion for this. Okay, we have a second. All right. All those in favor of approving this slate as presented, please raise your hand and say aye. Aye. Any opposed? All right, the motion carries. Thank you very much. Now that I'm
Very good. You're welcome.
now I have the distinct pleasure of introducing your brand newly installed president of the Curtis Foley Foundation, Kevin Bugg, to give his remarks this evening.
Thank you, Joey, and thank you guys for showing up tonight. I'm glad we had a meeting outside finally. Just want to again thank the outgoing board members. Renee, with your leadership, thank you very much. Mike, thank you much. Andy, Sue, it's been a real privilege serving with you guys. You've taken the Foley to the next level with your leadership, and we do truly appreciate that. I'd also like to welcome back some oldies but goodies, Betty, Ray. Keep recycling this, man. They're like old trash cans. They keep going through. Joe, welcome, the new board member. Look forward to getting you indoctrinated and getting as excited about this jewel as we are. So, Joey, we appreciate your leadership this year. As Dale said, going through what we have gone through since March, having somebody with an HR background has been incredible. We've been very blessed to have Joey in the right place at the right time. And it's been just a year that was unusual but successful. As with any foundation, you're only as good as your leadership. And having Dale and Aaron and Suzanne out doing what they do on a daily basis, especially during this pandemic, for us to do what we have been able to do with programming and doing it all through Zoom meetings and what we've done, and reopening. We reopened on September 16th. Things are going well, so thank you very much for what you do, and we really do appreciate everything that you do for us. Spring of 2005, I was president of this foundation. We sat actually right here in the spring, actually it was in April, to celebrate our 125th anniversary. My wife Lisa was there slinging ice cream all day. We had basically celebrate the whole year of 2005. It was our 125th. So this past spring, obviously our 140th anniversary, we barely got open, but we made it. So here we are, venturing into a new year. I'm very excited. You know what we've done. I look back. I believe I got on the board in 01. I was gone for a little while, and somehow I got asked to come back even after all the things that I did while I was here. Just kidding. It's just amazing to me what we have done with this house, and it all goes back to, I believe, just having a strong foundation with Dale and her team, and having a board that's engaged and is looking at the future. I don't think we would have made it through this year without the kind of proactivity that this board has looked at over the years, both financially and programming wise. We were able to pick it up, and I think many of you probably are involved in other nonprofits. We have fared very well compared to a lot, and we are very blessed. So looking forward to next year. Hopefully we will be back full force. We've got some exciting things for Christmas. Might be a little different, but it's going to happen. God forbid any shut down, so I hope we don't have. So, but let's talk about the financials too. Joey had mentioned it. We just passed it. Actually, financially, we had done very well last year in 2019, going into 20. And because of that, and with the help of a little PPP, we actually are putting money in the bank this year, which again, not many nonprofits did. So again, that is this board and Dale's leadership and Aaron and Suzanne, what they do here on a daily basis is keeping us strong. And we look forward to continuing to grow. Again, I thank you, and I'd like to go ahead and we'll close the meeting with a motion to adjourn. Do I have a motion to adjourn from the floor? Anyone? Susan Freidenberg, second? All in favor? Aye? Aye. Thank you guys very much, and looking forward to a great year.